Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Candace. I'm Candace and we're going to be conversing today. We are talking about vacationing, specifically cruising. I have done 3 cruises with Carnival and we're going on our 4th this fall, but I have learned some little hacks that I want to share with you of things that you need to bring with you that maybe you didn't know you needed to bring or you weren't sure that you could bring. But these things will make your life so much easier on the cruise ship. Keep in mind, there are some times when you are at sea all day for 2 or 3 days in a row. And yes, there is a store on the ship, but things are expensive and they don't have everything. They also have medical. So if you need medical attention, you can get that. But you don't want to have to pay the prices of the cruise ship for things that you could just bring from home. So let's get started. The first thing that you need if you happen to wake up in the middle of the night and want to know what time it is, or you don't wear a watch, or you do but you take it off at night, is a small, cheap clock. You can get a clock like this from the dollar store for like $5. This is actually from the dollar store. I've had it a long time. I'm going to take it with me on my cruise because when I wake up in the middle of the night and maybe I can't find my phone, I want to know what time it is. It gets dark in those rooms and you really don't know if it's day or night until you check the time. It sounds very, very silly, but it does get dark in there. So when you wake up, you're like, okay, yeah, I have a little extra time to sleep, but it's really 7 a.m. and it's time to debark to go on your excursion. You might miss that. So a cheap little clock, it doesn't have to be fancy. You can even just take whatever one you have next to your bed if you have one of those, and that will be awesome for you. The next thing you need is a cup. A sippy cup with a straw is my favorite because I don't like for people to breathe over my drink and stuff, and this straw has a little lid on top. But the reason why you need this is because the cups on the cruise ship in the main dining area are like toddler size cups. And I am not kidding you. I think they are 8 ounces, these small cups. They have great ice on the cruise ship, so that's awesome to know also. But the drink stations where you can get juice or water or coffee, although I wouldn't put coffee in here, you are going to need a bigger cup. You're not going to want to get a kid-sized cup of lemonade or tea. You're going to want more to drink, especially if you mix your drinks with something else. So I got this from the dollar store. It's BPA free, but I take a cup like this with me on my cruise. So when I'm going to eat and I want to fill it up, even if it's just water, you're going to want a bigger cup. So bring a bigger cup. Another thing to bring with you is a nightlight. I got a cheap nightlight from the dollar store. And the reason why is because even if you have a balcony room, you can't leave your light on the balcony all night. So when you turn your lights off in your room to go to sleep, if you don't leave the bathroom light on and shut the door, something for some light, it's going to be pitch black in your room. You may be able to see a little light underneath the door from the hallway, but a night light in one of the outlets that you're not using will work wonders for sure for night. I recommend just getting a cheap one, so if you accidentally leave it, you won't feel bad about it, but get you a nightlight. The thing I would recommend is a laundry bag. I got this from the dollar store, as well as one small container of laundry detergent. The reason is you can do laundry on the ship, and usually like on the 5th or 6th day, we do, just so I don't have to bring home a bunch of dirty clothes. The last thing I want to do on vacation is come home and wash clothes. So we usually do that. But the detergent packets that you get on the ship, number one, I don't know how old they are. Number two, I don't want to pay, I think it's like $2 per box. And usually we'll have 2 loads of laundry, maybe 3, depending on the size of the washing machine. So this will give you 5 loads of laundry. I shared this with my roommates. This actually says 12 loads. So my friends who were in the room with me, we all shared this and it was great. Also, laundry bag, we put our stuff in here, drug it down the hall, and it was awesome. So You're not going to have a laundry basket. You can pay for laundry service, but it's expensive, and I would not recommend that you do that. Next thing you need are large Ziploc bags. These are actually 2.5 gallon size, I think. Yeah, 2.5 gallon. And what you need this for is when you're getting back on the ship from your excursion, or you've gone swimming and you don't want to hang up your stuff because there's no little thing to hang it on, or you just have dirty clothes from the last few days. You can put it in a Ziploc bag, close it up, and then that way your stink from the first part of your vacation is not ruining the closet for the rest of your vacation. Especially if you're rooming with people that are not your spouse or your life partner, you just want to keep it, keep it cute, and put your stuff in this bag. Okay, get you a few of these bags. This has 5 bags in them, so I could share these with my roomies, and it's great. Also, I'd recommend you getting some Ziploc bags, like small size, for your phone when you go on your excursions. If you don't purchase that little like thing that goes on your neck that has the pack, I would say put your phone in a Ziploc bag, and then throw it in your bag just in case. Like if you're taking a tender boat and it's a little bit wet on the boat, or you go on an excursion that has a boat or water, or you go to the beach, you'll want to keep your phone safe. These phones are $1,000, so a Ziploc bag for that. Large Ziploc bags for your clothes, especially if you go to the beach and you get sandy, put them in a bag. The next thing I would recommend is a power strip. This is a short power strip, so I didn't get the long one, but either a power strip or an extension cord that has like 3 little things on it. And the reason why is there's no outlet in the bathroom, unless there's one up high if you're in a suite. There's only 2 outlets in the room, like in the little hall area and then in the vanity area. But we got an extension cord, a long extension cord, so that we could plug it up where the plug was and then run it underneath the bed and put it on the nightstand in between our 2 beds so we could both plug up our phone and have it near at night. But you also need the multi-plug if you need to charge your phone and curl your hair at the same time, or you want to shave and someone wants to blow dry their hair. The outlets are, they have the American outlet as well as a European outlet. So if you're sailing from somewhere in Europe and all your little plugs have the European thing, cool. But more times than not, you're sailing from the United States, and you need to get this. You need to have extra plugs, but you cannot have a surge protector. If your plug has the little light on-off thing to indicate that the surge protector is in use, you cannot have those. If something happens to the electricity, they're not trying to save your device. They want to, save the ship. So you cannot have a surge protector. Listen, okay? We are people. We make stinks. Lots of stinks. We gotta poop every day, and we have gas, and we burp, and we sweat. Get you some air freshener, okay? If not air freshener, get some poopery. Something that can keep your bathroom as fresh as possible. Yes, they're going to clean the bathroom every day, but what you also need to be worried about is the people who are in the room with you. Cruise ships don't really have ventilation that comes through the room. So you have to rely on opening your door to your balcony to get some fresh air, or otherwise you're just going to be breathing recirculated air from the ship. So it takes the bathroom a long time to not stink after you go. So you can get you a cheap air freshener from the dollar store, or get you poopery. Do everybody a favor. Don't nobody want to smell your poop. It's just be considerate, be kind. Another item that you're going to need to keep track of your cruise card that they will give you, it has a little hole in it, is a lanyard. Now, you can buy lanyards if you want to get one that says Carnival. But I think they're about $10 or $15. I'm not paying that. You can get a cheap lanyard from the dollar store, and you can wear this around your neck. You're going to need this card for everything that you do. When you go sit down in the dining hall, in the like dress up dining room to eat, you have to have your card. If you want to purchase anything on the ship, you have to have this card that you add money on at their little like kiosks. You have to have this card for that. To get off the ship and to get back on, you have to have this card. So if you don't have it, you can't do anything. You're gonna have to go back to the front desk if you're on the ship and get a new card. So a good way to not lose your card is either put it in the back of your phone case, like I do, or get a lanyard, put it around your neck. You could also get the little wrist thing that you can hang it on, but that kind of gets in the way when you get, busy doing things. So a cheap lanyard, get you one. Another thing you're going to need for your cruise is something to drink. So on the cruise, the drinks that are included when you pay are lemonade, unsweet tea, coffee, and water. You can bring a bottle of wine, an unopened bottle of wine on your ship, wine or champagne, as long as it's unopened, one bottle, 750 milliliters, again, unopened. You can bring that. You could also bring a 12-pack of soda or sparkling water or anything in a can. A 12-pack in a can, it has to be closed. You cannot buy a bunch of 12 packs and put different kinds in your one thing, because then you will have opened it and they will tell you no, you cannot bring something that's already opened. So a bottle of wine or champagne and a 12-pack of soda or sparkling water, as long as it's unopened and in the can, you can bring that. Something else that I recommend you bring, especially if you have an interior room or you have like the little porthole but you can't open the door to get airflow, is a small desk fan. We got a fan about this big, so about the size of my head. We always get on the ship and like we ask for a fan. We call the front desk or we ask our room steward for a fan, because the first time we cruised, we were in an interior room and the airflow is not as good as the balcony and the like suite rooms, and it was a little warm in there. And in the summer, you don't want to be hot in your room too. So we called and asked for a fan, and they did bring us one. So you can do that, but they only have so many to go around. So I would say ask for it on the first day for sure, or you can just bring one. You can just bring a little desk fan. I will put one on here just for you to see kind of what one will look like. But I'd recommend that, especially if you're in an interior room or the room with the porthole, just like a room that doesn't have a balcony. We did a suite for my birthday last year, and that room was cold, and it was great. We love a cold room, so that was good. We still got a fan. It was a good noise at night too. But we still asked for our fan, and they brought it. That's it for this topic, but I will be back with some more things regarding cruising at a later time. So until next time, y'all have a good day.